Hi, welcome back. Today we are going to learn about the reactive form. In the last video, we learned about the template driven form, and so we are going to continue with the forms only, and we are going to learn about the reactive forms. Reactive forms are we use reactive forms when there are some complex scenarios, and to use the reactive forms we are doing more coding in the ts file, like in the template driven form. In the template driven forms we were using more in the we, we were focusing more on the html file, but in this most of the coding we do in the ts file. Okay, these are the form this in the ts file we are declaring we are creating the variable, then we are doing all these things, and we are using the reactive forms when the scenario is complex, and it's good practice to use reactive forms rather than the template level form. Let's see how it works. Let's start. I created one new component for that. It's reactive form component, and then I created this form just like the template driven form. I created one of the person detail form. It looks like this. Okay, first name, these are the some fields we have. Okay, and this is our ds. Let's start. To start, first we are going to create a variable form group. How to create that variable? What is the form group? Form group, the form group, what that defines a form with a set of controls. Okay, let's see. Okay, like we are going to keep the variable name person form. Okay, then we are going to create form group here. Okay, yes. Okay, for that we need to import this form group. Okay, after that we are going to this, then whatever the fields we are using in the in our html file, in this file we need to create all the controls in this variable, under this variable. That's what the form group is. What the form group is do, it will manage all the controls together. It will make them as a group. Okay, so that we can create more complex forms. Form groups, we can use nesting of the control form groups also. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, to use this one we need to reactive forms. Reactive forms. Okay, reactive form module we need to import. Okay, now what is the first field? This is here we are going to declare at the form control name that we can set any. Most of the time we are going to give the name if we are going to send the data using the API. That time we are going to mention the name as the API so that we can it so that it will be easiest to match the fields with the API data and we can use them easily. Okay, let's say we are going to say first name. Okay, then colon, then we will use new, then this is our form control. Okay, then we are going to initialize this empty. Okay, then after that we need to check with the next field. Okay, our next field is like the last name. Okay, let me do this one first quickly so that form control. Okay. After the next field is city. Then we are going to say city new form control. Okay, then it's state. Okay, state. new, then again form control, and we need to pass it the empty string. After this, zip code with new control. Okay, so what we did, we create all these input types form control in this form group, under this form group. Okay, now after that, right, now we need to bind these together. Okay, like in the template development we were using an ng model to bind them. In this we are going to mention our form group over here in the form field. Okay, then here we are going to say form group. Okay, what is our form group? Okay, and the name that we mentioned, what is the name of our form group? It's person form. Okay, here we are going to mention person form. Okay, after that, okay, let's check if this one, all of these the things are working or not. Okay, this is our form. Okay, we just created, we need to check in the console if everything is fine. So till now we are not getting any error. Let's move on. Okay, after binding the form with this one, with this, now what we are going to do is we are going to create form control with the name of this one. Okay, how to do this one? Like in the input field we are going to mention form control name. What is the form control name? It's the first name. It's first name. Okay, like this we are going to add in all the fields. Let me copy and paste and do it quickly. In this one, and then in this one, then this one. Okay, let's copy the field. This one is zip code. We are going to mention a zip code, state. Here we are going to pass the state, then city, where is the city? Here. Okay, then last name. Okay, first name is already there. So let's save it. Okay. After that, we are going to create one click event on the submit button. Okay, over here. How to create this one? Like we are going to change. We are going to submit the data. We are going to create click event. We can give it a name like on submit. Okay, let's create in this file. First we are going to declare one variable, like we can say person detail, where we are going to add all the details. Okay, then on submit we are going to call that function on submit. Okay, then this dot person detail. Okay, this person detail that we declare a variable, and we are going to pass all the value of this form. Okay, that we bind it here. We are going to add this dot person form dot value. Okay, we are going to add all these values. I'm sorry. We are going to add all these form value inside this variable. Let me change the name. Let's check if everything is working fine. Okay. Everything is working fine till now. Okay. Now, now in this way, we are going to get the data on the click, okay, in this variable. Now let's get the value with this one. To get the value, let's show in the last video like we did in the JSON file, like that, the JSON pipe, sorry. We are going to use this one to show the data over here. Okay. Here we are going to make one class, and a class. Okay. Let's use pre so that we will get our data formatly, and then we are going to add here our JSON pipe. Okay. Person detail using JSON. Okay. Okay, for that we need to import the common module first. Common module. Now it's right there. Now it's working. Not yet. Okay, we need to add it here also. Common module. Now it's working. Now let's check our form. Let's add some value so that let's check if we are getting data. ABC, last name, Jersey. Okay, we are going to add NSX. Let's submit this one. Okay, we are getting our data over here. Okay, in this way we are binding, we are getting all the data inside this one. Okay, let's go through again. First, what we did, we just created one variable in the TS file, form group over here, and then all the control input fields we add over here and create new form controls. And then with this variable, we binded it with together with this one in the form, with the form group. Okay, after that we do not need to mention the form group, just like that in the we were doing in the template driven form. We can simply mention form control name, then we can add this name, field name that we mentioned over here. In this way we added all the data, and then and in this we can pass some value by default also. Like if we are passing here empty string, we can say this is a by default value. Okay, let's check this one. Like this one, yes, this is a by default value. You can add any value. Okay. Okay, in this way we are using reactive form. Now we can validate these form also. Okay, how to do the validation? Okay, to do the validation, we are going to adding the validation in this form group only. Okay, we are doing most of the thing in the TS file. Okay, how to do this one? Like this is very simple. Like in the this field, first we want to make our field required. Okay, how to do the required? We are going to say validator. Okay, now we add the validator and this one imported all. Okay, we can do the validator, then dot required. Okay, this one will show us. Okay, then required. Okay, this one will make our field required. Okay, to show on the form, how to show this one in the form? Let's add one div class using text ranges, just like the last time we did in the template driven form. If you didn't watch my video, that one, please go and watch so that you can connect with this video as well. Okay. Okay, in this one, now we are going to add the, I think div it doesn't close. Okay. Then now here we are going to add span. Mhm. This field is required. Now let's check if it's showing it. Now, now this one is showing our this field is required, but this should not commit like this. When it show this one, we need to check. We need to add some condition. This one should show when. Okay, let's add some if condition over here, like if. How to add this one? Person dot person form dot controls. Okay, what is our control name? It's first name. Here we are going to pass the first name dot touched. When if it touched. Okay, and person form dot controls, then first name again. Here we are going to add the error for that. Okay, how to do this one? Dot errors. Okay, then we are going to check the condition, then it's required. Okay, this one. Okay, what I'm doing wrong, why this one is verifying. Okay, we need to add some this is as well. Yes, after that. Okay, here we are going to add some. Now it's fine. Now this pen should go inside this condition. Okay, let's check this one if it's working now. Okay, now it's fine. Now when we will touch it, that time it's showing there because we add this one touched. Okay, if the form get touched, that time it show the error. This one. Now I am going. Now this one is showing the field. We can add more validation on the one field as well. Like this one, I am showing the required. We can add one more. Like mm, let's see. Let's do on this one. We can add last name. It should be like a minimum length. Validators. Okay. Validators should be in the array in the braces. Okay, validator dot min length. Okay, here we are going to mention the min length like this one. Okay, here we are going to pass the argument how many characters we want. It should be like this one, like 4 I added. Okay. In the last name, we are going to use the same one. If condition, let's use this one. Let's copy this one and paste it. Okay. This one also, danger class also. Okay. Like here we are going to pass last name, the variable name, dot touched, and here will be the different, here should be minimum length. Okay, it should show min length is 4. Okay, let's check this one if this one is working. It will not show now. When we will go, it should show that time. Okay, let me check why this one is not working. Validators dot required. Okay, here we added this one min length. Okay, last name person dot forms. Okay, now the last name. Let's check the variable name. Now let's try this one. Okay, now it's showing it fits the When we added more than four variable, four characters, then the error is going away. We can add two validation also in the same field. Like we can add this required field in this also in the last name as well. Let's do that one so that we can get idea about the if else condition. Okay, like in this one we did this one. Then after that we need to mention the else if block also. Else if we need to pass the condition that the other field one. Okay, like in this one we did this one. In else condition we are going to add our required field. Okay, required field condition. Okay, let's copy this one and paste it over here. Here we are going to add last name. Let's copy, otherwise it's getting, I'm doing some typing mistakes. Okay, this one should show the required field when the field get touched. Okay, otherwise it's not. Span, this is required. Okay, in this way. Here we are going to mention the else if also, but we have else if condition as well. That's why we are not just giving the else part, because we want to touch this one. We want to check this one, that the field is required and the touch condition. If the field get touched, that time it should show the error. Okay, now let's check this one. It's got this is required. When I added anything, now it's this one is showing us the minimum character is 4 we need to require. Okay, that's it. This is all about the forms, and this was a reactive form. This one is we used with the complex scenarios when we want to send the data using the API. That time these are the forms we used. Okay, and in this way we are adding the validations in this, and there are lot of validations. You can add email, we can pass the value of the email also. Okay, there is a pattern we can pass, we can check that one too. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.